Hello and welcome to part 106 of Let's Play Dangan Ronpa. When we left off, Celeste called Nagi a shit for brains and Yamada a gutless coward. Excuse me. I'll have you know that we do have evidence. Evidence? Yes, the two of you and only you did something in particular over the course of the incident. And that's the evidence that the two of you were working together. Something only Yamada and Celeste did. Could it be that they hid the paper in their underwear? Witness the madman. I shouted. Witness the madman. They were the only two. Yamada and Celeste were the only two people who ever witnessed the madman, isn't that right? Until Kurogiri found Hagakure in the Justice Rower suit by the pool, nobody else saw him. I don't need your help. I'm sorry. It's just as Nagi says. Yamada and Celeste were the only two to witness the madman. Given one of the two witnesses was also a culprit and actually cast doubt on the other's testimony. It was all a lie? After finding Yamada injured and bringing him to the infirmary, we all set out to search for a madman. Recall what Celeste said at the moment we began. I saw a shadow. There was a shadow moving at the top of the stairs. And because of what she claimed she saw, we all moved to the second floor. Then, in order to lead us up to the physics lab, Celeste shouted from the third floor. And what did Celeste say when we regrouped on the third floor? What happened, Celeste? That was a rather exaggerated cry coming from you. I saw him, the costume madman. When I shouted, he ran off. Myself facing the opposite stairs, he turned a corner at the end of the hall to the left. And after directing us toward the physics lab, it was her partner's turn to act. Yamada scream? Huh? What? It came from downstairs, which means that scream was Yamada in the infirmary? Crap, let's hurry back. That was so we could split into two groups and find both of the corpses at the same time? And Celeste was the one who suggested we split up. In that case, let's split into two groups. I'm staying up here, it'll be more fun. Then Nagi, Asahina and I will head for the infirmary, and Fukuwa, Togami and Ugami will be responsible for capturing the madman. How's that? With Celeste and Yamada working together, every coincidence becomes a cog in the machine. And as an aside, that overblown shout of yours? That also served as a signal for Yamada, did it not? Signal saying I've arrived at the third floor just as planned. Start screaming. That's why you shouted so loudly it could be heard throughout the entire school, is it not? And then, when we found Yamada who was plain dead in the infirmary, what you said then was also suspicious. I never would have guessed that Yamada would be killed. You were the first one to say he was killed, were you not, Celeste? By saying that, you made us believe that Yamada was actually dead. No way. I can't believe it. Celeste was acting the entire time? When Yamada's body disappeared, you and Celeste were together, weren't you, Asahina? Yeah, I wasn't feeling very good, so Celeste helped me to the restroom. Then that was... She wasn't trying to help you, Asahina. She was creating an opportunity for Yamada to escape. By themselves, they all seemed like small things, but put them all together, and it starts raising flags. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste? Whatever might you be referring to? Feigning ignorance won't save you. You made a critical mistake. A mistake? When you first said it, I didn't give it much thought, but now I can say with certainty that was you making a fatal mistake. And what would that be? After we heard about Yamada's corpse going missing and returned to the infirmary, you said this. It's like he's playing games. He's enjoying watching us run around, confused and afraid. And this rate, we'll all be killed. We'll all be killed like them. Ah, I too heard those words. But what about them do you believe to be suspicious? She said them, and we don't remember it was you, Fukuwa, and I who had discovered Ishimaru's corpse in the physics prep room, After that, we heard from Naegi that Yamada had been murdered, and you, Naegi, and I left the prep room. We ran into Celeste when we stepped out into the infirmary hallway, and the four of us headed for the infirmary. Not one of us said a word about Ishimada's death before we arrived in the infirmary. Think about it like that, Celeste's comment also seems extremely out of the ordinary, excessively slow. All this about her comment about being out of the ordinary, I'm not really sure what you're getting at. Hey Celeste, everyone's confused. Repeat what you said, word for everyone's sake. If you're not the culprit, then there's no problem, is there? What's Tagami talking about? When he says something Celeste said, what was out of the ordinary? She said them. She said them. Before she knew that Ishimaru was murdered. Monokuma File 3. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with this. What am I supposed to do? This is what I said. It's like he's playing games. Like he's watching us run around. Confused and afraid. At this rate we'll all be killed. Like them. I know that's the weak point, but I'm at a loss for how to respond to such meaningless remarks. You're wasting time. Okay. I need to pick up a... Do you understand now? Okay, please say that I picked up... Got it. Got it. I did, everybody. 91 points. That's right. There's no way you should have been able to say we'll be killed like them, Celeste, because at that point we hadn't yet told you about what happened to Ishimaru. First we met up with you in the hallway after we left the physics lab, so you didn't even have an opportunity to see the body yourself in the prep room. And yet despite that, why did you know that it was just him? It wasn't just him who had been killed, but them. You all have quite the active imaginations, don't you? Imagination, you say? Do you not just say that every time I was claiming to have witnessed the madman I was lying? In that case, what does that make this photograph? How do you intend to explain the photograph I took of the madman carrying Yamada away? It's a fake? Like Celeste put the costume on, then used the camera's timer to take a shot? Have you forgotten only you were able to wear that costume, Hagakure? Furthermore, that digital camera does not have a timer. Therefore, it is the unequivocal truth that if a madman abducted Yamada. If you wish to discredit my testimony, then please explain this picture for me. First of all, is that actually a photograph of the madman abducting Yamada? What do you mean by that? I'm saying it's possible that the madman didn't abduct Yamada, but that something else entirely happened. No such possibility exists. That something else happened? Yeah, because Hagakure was knocked out in the costume. If the picture isn't of Yamada being abducted by the Justice Robo, then what's actually happening is the exact opposite. That's not a picture of Yamada being abducted by the madman, but of Yamada abducting the madman. You can't deny the possibility. The one being abducted in that picture is not Yamada, but the madman. And we wrongly assumed Yamada was the one being abducted. That peculiar costume was probably used for the express purpose of inviting that misinterpretation. And I would assume, seeing someone dressed like that they were the suspicious party. And that's how you made me into a suspect while I was zonked out. That's preposterous. Yamada's abducted the madman? That's not possible. Is that really not possible? That's not what I think. In that case, allow me to give you proof, but it could not be possible. Does there really exist proof that it's not possible for Yamada to have abducted the madman? Non-stop debate! Oh crap. It's the costume or the blueprints? It's not Hagakure's message. While I was knocked out, you made me wear that suit. And had Yams carry me. And that's how you made everyone suspect me. I told you that's not possible. The madman in this picture is standing up straight. He's not. The person inside were unconscious. There we go. Did it. First try. Didn't lose any lives. Didn't lose any points. And that's like the first time that's happened in like ages. Well, since like at least the beginning of this episode. Alright. I'm pretty sure the jury's in, dude. We know it's Celeste. No, even if the person inside were unconscious, they could still be standing upright, thanks to a special characteristic of that Justice Robo costume. The back doesn't bend at all. That's a pretty big design flaw. Oh yeah, the costume's a design flaw. The back doesn't bend at all. But I wonder, was it actually a design flaw in the first place? Perhaps it was intentionally made that way for the sake of being able to take that photograph. By dressing an unconscious Hagakure in a suit with a rigid back, Celeste and Yamada were able to fabricate that photo, so we'd believe that there really was a madman. Ah, I guess. He went all in, and lost. Gambler. And that would be checkmate. No, we're not playing chess. You don't play chess for money, you play poker or blackjack or... You make a blackjack comment, dude. Checkmate. Can we please just end this now? Okay, Celeste, you're kind of freaking me out a little bit with that laugh. Fucking kidding me, you cretins? Huh? This is not checkmate. Celeste? Seems you guys are dead set on setting me up as the culprit, but that's a big mistake. Are your memory shot? Have you forgotten about Yamada's dying words? Hey Yamada, who did this to you? Who attacked you? Who's the culprit? Culprit? I know the culprit's name. I remember Yasuhiro. When asked for the culprit's name, Yamada gave a clear answer, did he not? He said the culprit's name is Yasuhiro. That is to say, Yasuhiro Hagakure. My name isn't Yasuhiro, it's actually Tarasuke. You needlessly complicate things by telling such inexplicable lies. What? But is the Yasuhiro Yamada mentioned actually referring to Hagakure? What are you saying, bitch? Die in a fire. What do you mean by that, Kirigiri? Remember, the way Yamada spoke of each of us. When referring to us, how did he say our names? He used our full names. Maybe? Yay! Right, that's right. Yamada referred to everyone using their full names. For example, he called you Master Mikato Naegi. Therefore, had Yamada been trying to name Hagakure, he would have said Master Yasuhiro Hagakure, but instead he said Master Yasuhiro. It was happenstance. He was trying to say Hagakure and mixed up the order, that's all. Like a bad waiter. Silence. For him to have slipped up like just that one time is quite the convenient interpretation for you. There was no coincidence, as he always did. Yamada was trying to refer to the culprit by name in order. During his dying breaths, we were only able to make out a few sounds for the first name. Then Yamada was trying to name someone whose last name is Yasuhiro. But there's no one here with that last name. No, hold on. There is one person it could be. Celeste, you've never told us your real name. Pardon me? It's funny how far you think you can take these baseless accusations. Would you kindly stop spouting this nonsense? There's not a chance in hell I'd have a lame ass last name. Like Yasuhiro. Off with your head. Wow. I actually liked you at the beginning of the game. That's scary. Then tell us, Celeste, what is your real name? Fine, clean out your damn ears and listen real careful. My real name is Celestia Ludenberg, and I would kindly request you stop making me repeat myself. Celeste seems pretty hell-bent on maintaining her ruse, which means I've got to make her give it up. Use your Electro ID thingy, because they have the real names in. Electro IDs. Electro IDs, I know I'm not stupid. You said at the beginning, but it has the real names of the person. Hello. And I think that's the equivalent of me putting down a straight flush to your... No, a royal flush. Royal flush. The best hand in poker. On the table. That's right, Electro IDs. Huh? As I recall, when Electro ID boots up, it displays the owner's name, right? That's what Manahuma told us when he handed them out. Don't go losing your Electro ID or anything. It's an indispensable part of life here in the academy. When you turn it on, it'll display your real name, so make sure you've got the right one. See, I was telling you a real name. After all, these babies can be used to do more than just identify you. In other words, by checking her Electro ID, we can answer the question of what Celeste's real name is. That's an invasion of my privacy. I will not allow it. Celeste, isn't it about time you started telling the truth? The whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. I'm not the type to fold, even when going up against a raw flesh. See, I said raw flesh. Ha ha ha. Best hand in poker. Because, until all the cards have been laid out on the table, there's no saying what might happen. In that case, I'll lay everything out for you. Let's return to the beginning one last time, and there I'll reveal every last one of your crimes. Put an end to this charade. Oh crap, it's going to do a climax interference and I don't have enough time to do this. No, emulation, pause. There, gotcha. Wow, you've seen your modest face. It looks funny. It looks funny. Anywho, I'm going to do that next time. Because, well, maybe next time I'll have enough time to do it. I imagine that having extended my thing to 20 minutes, I will now be able to do it correctly. Anywho, so to see climax interference, click the top right. That won't be up until tomorrow. From now on I'll be doing 2 20-minute episodes instead of 5 10-minute episodes a day, because it makes my life easier to just record a little bit less. It means I upload quicker, and it means I have to put less annotations in shit. And you don't lose out on that much because I don't spend as long rambling. Anyway, because I usually do it at the beginning and end of each episode, like I'm doing now. Anyway, so next episode of Climax Interference on the top right, previous episode, so whatever the hell happened on the previous episode in the top left, message in the bottom middle. Until next time, folks. See ya.